Welcome to the Vandy Gym here at Center Grove High School for tonight's Center Grove girls basketball game as the Trojans host the Whiteland Warriors in the sectional 13 semifinals. Pillar 1, Kevin Conrad, along with Coach Gary Robinson. We welcome you to Center Grove girls basketball presented by the Center Grove Girls Basketball League. And Gary, the best time of the year, the state tournament, and you were part of the Lady Trojan State Championship back in the mid-'90s, and so you know what this is all about. This is a special night, and the Trojans tonight taking on a county rival in the Whiteland Warriors.
Yeah, nothing like high school basketball. Glad it's at Center Grove tonight, and love a tournament. When you lose one, you're out, but Center Groves look strong, and they're going for their third consecutive sectional title as they come out on the floor with 2:20 to go.
Here come the Center Grove Trojans in the white uniforms, trimmed in red. Whiteland still out here warming up, so we're about a couple of minutes away before we get this game underway. In game one tonight in the semifinal between Franklin Central and Greenwood, Greenwood put up quite a fight. Franklin Central pulls it out 54-45, so the Flashes have punched their ticket to the sectional championship game tomorrow night to play the winner between Center Grove and Whiteland. Center Grove on the season, 19 wins, 5 losses. 9-1 here on the home court. Trojans finished third in the mid-conference this year at 4-3. Kevin Stuckmeyer now in his third year as head coach for the Trojans. 62 wins, 16 losses. He has 2 sectional titles, 3 county titles. His state tournament record as the Trojans head coach over the past 2 seasons, 8 wins, 2 losses, and he's undefeated here in sectional play, 7 wins, no losses. The Trojans this past Tuesday in the first round beat Shelbyville by quite a margin, 55-18. So the Trojans played in the first round. And Gary, Whiteland got the bye, and I know there's differing opinions. Some say they like to play that first game to kind of get that first game jitters out of the way, and where Whiteland gets the bye. So I see both sides of that story, but you being the coach, do you prefer to get started early, or do you like to get the bye?
I would like to get the bye because 2 games are easier to win than 3 games. But I think our Trojans will be up with the 9. But the bye is always a good thing to get. And in my 30 to 35 years doing high school basketball, I haven't got the bye many times.
For the Center Grove Trojans, great success against Whiteland in the sectional. The Trojans are undefeated, 13 wins, no losses against Whiteland. And the last meeting between these 2 teams, they played earlier this season, November 19th, in the county tournament. Center Grove won that contest 48-27. CG has won 8 straight against Whiteland. Whiteland's last win against Center Grove, you go back to November 20th, 2015. They won here at Center Grove in the county tournament semifinals, 64-52. For the Whiteland Warriors, they stand at 11-13 overall. On the road, 3-7. They end up tying for 7th place with a 1-6 mid-state conference record. The head coach is Kyle Shipp in his 8th year at Whiteland, 90 wins, 98 losses. He is 1-14 against Center Grove. Both teams have concluded their warm-ups, and now Jason Mueller is going to introduce tonight's starters, and we'll take a look at the starters in just a moment. Let's go ahead and listen in with Jason Mueller. So Coach Stuckmeyer sticking with the normal starting lineup. Why not? It's been great all season long, 19-5 for this team. And Gary, how about the Lady Trojans? They beat a great Lawrence North team to finish off the regular season.
They did. This team has really done very, very well. Not deep, but boy, that starting five's been solid all year.
Tip is controlled by the Whiteland Warriors, and we are underway in this sectional semifinal game. Warriors in the blue uniforms driving the baseline. Shot put up by McCullers, and we do have our first foul in tonight's ball game against the Center Grove Trojans. Wilney Joseph will be at the line to shoot some free throws here for the Whiteland Warriors. Lefty. Just off on that first free throw. First foul against the Trojans, going against Ashley Eck. And the next one rolls off as well. Long shot by Claire Rake, the senior sharpshooter, missed it. Trojans get the offensive board, and now Mary Wilson is fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot two. And Gary, I tell you, Ashley Eck, not very big at 5'7", but she does an awesome job on the board. She is Center Grove's leading rebounder this season.
Right. She just picked up the rebound on the foul shot, pitched it ahead, and got down and got the second rebound. She already has 2 rebounds in under 30 seconds.
Claire Rake puts in the first point in tonight. I should say Mary Wilson, puts in the first couple of points here for the Trojans. A couple of free throws. Center Grove takes the early 2-0 lead over the Whiteland Warriors. Here at the Vandy sectional semifinal game, the winner advances to the championship game tomorrow night to play the Franklin Central Flashes at 7:30. 3 from the corner is short by McCullers. She likes to shoot that 3. She's got 36 threes on the season made. She leads Whiteland in 3-pointers, and now Wilson along with her 3. McCullers. Now baseline drive off the glass, a little bit too hard for Clendenin. And here come the Trojans. Rake, high right side, terminates the dribble. Now Elena Frankel will set up the offense for the Trojans. Wilson, high right side. Finds Ashley Eck. Center Grove in front, 2-zip. 6:40 to play. We're in the opening quarter. Frankel. Now she's going to step back, takes the long 3, high arching shot, and she puts it in there. Gary, she doesn't shoot threes too often, but she looked pretty good on that one.
Did a very, very nice job, and Center Grove's strength is all 5 players can score that's on the floor. It's already 5-0.
Another missed shot by the Whiteland Warriors, and with the rebound, once again, Ashley Eck. Center Grove in front, 5-0. 6 minutes to play, first quarter. Center Grove again beat Whiteland earlier in the season in the county tournament, 48-27. Eck in the post. Goes opposite, 3 by Emily Rake is off the mark. Weak side rebound attempt by Claire Rake. She goes over the back. She's called for her first foul. Foul number 2 against the Trojans. Again, the Trojans won big on Tuesday night against the Shelbyville Golden Bears in the first round of the tournament. Center Grove has won 21 sectional titles, the last 2 in a row under Kevin Stuckmeyer. Good man-to-man defense by the Trojans. Trying to split 2 defenders. That's Clendenin. Nearly got it taken away. Goes in the backcourt. Last touch the Trojans. And now the Warriors will reset. Kylie Marlin, 5'5", sophomore guard, dribbling out on top.
Center Grove's really pushed them out. Most of the offense in this possession has been at 30 to 35 feet.
McCullers, number 20, is Whiteland's leading scorer, averaging 12 points a ball game. Tony Joyner, she's averaging 11. She's the senior, number 33, plays down low. Marlin. A lot of patience here by Whiteland. Also, give a lot of credit to the Center Grove defense, and now you're starting to hear it from the Center Grove fans. They're applauding the defensive effort by the Trojans, and now a turnover. Clendenin threw it away. Great defense, Coach Robinson, by the Lady Trojans.
Unbelievable defense. Only one time did the ball even get into the what I call the scoring zone and everything. Incredible. They played over a minute of defense. Great job.
4:15 to go, first quarter. Center Grove 5, Whiteland 0. Frankel inside. Eck off the glass scores. Great execution. First basket for Ashley Eck. Great recognition by Frankel. 7-0 Trojans. We're inside 4 minutes to play in this opening quarter. They go inside. Joyner, she is so impressive. Misses there on that one. She leads them about every category. Shot fake. Frankel going baseline off the glass scores. She's got 5 here in this opening quarter. She leads Center Grove. 9-zip Trojans. 3:38 to play first quarter, and we have a 30-second timeout called by Coach Kyle Shipp of Whiteland. Gary, couldn't ask for a better start for the Lady Trojans.
Everybody's contributing. Frankel already has 5 points. That was a great baseline drive. But again, the thing that Kevin Stuckmeyer-Haynes has had on the most is his defense, and it looks as good as ever.
Tonight's game being presented by the Center Grove Girls Basketball League. A big thank you to the Center Grove Girls Basketball League for everything that they do for the Center Grove community as far as girls basketball is concerned. Fantastic board, fantastic league, and just, again, a big thank you for them supporting our webcast this year of Center Grove Girls Basketball. So that timeout called by Whiteland. Let's see how they respond coming out of this timeout after being down 9-zip. 3:20 to play, opening quarter. A 3 is off the mark. Missed by Joyner. And the Trojans respond with a Claire Rake 3 attempt. She's long with it. Cleared out by the Whiteland Warriors. Joseph with the rebound. Joyner. Into the corner. Clendenin flips it out on top. Marlin goes inside. Power move is good. Joyner gets her first basket. She's tough to stop once she gets it that deep. 9-2 Trojans. 2:40 to play. We're in the first quarter. Lothamer now in the game for the Trojans. Rake off a 3. She banks in the 3. She had a look following that 3, Gary. I don't think she meant to bank it in.
No, she did not. That was quite a look.
But you know what? The stat sheet says she's got 3 points. The scoreboard says add 3 more points. A nice take by the Whiteland Warriors. McCullers first basket. She leads them in scoring. She averages 12 a game. Here comes Wilson with a 3. Lothamer with the rebound. Back to Wilson. Wilson will penetrate, and she is hit on the way to the basket. I think it's going to be before the shot. Looked like Joseph fouled her in the lane. 12-4, Trojans by 8. Ashley Eck back in for the Trojans, and we will see Abigail Prine in for the Whiteland Warriors.
Coach Stuckmeyer sticking with 6 players so far through 6 minutes.
Lothamer with the right hand, too hard off the glass. McCullers brings it out with the left-handed dribble. Abigail Prine. Tony Joyner. 90 seconds to play in this opening quarter. A 3 is off the mark by McCullers. Offensive board and put back good by Tony Joyner. She's got 4.
Great hustle by the young lady.
Joyner, again, their second leading scorer. She leads the team with 10 rebounds a game. She averages a double-double, 11 points, 10 rebounds. 12-6 Trojans by a half a dozen, and Lothamer steps on the end line. She's out of bounds. It'll be Whiteland basketball with 1:08 to play here in this opening quarter, and Emily McWilliams will check in for Wilson, and Lothamer will also take a break as we see Eck back in the ball game as well. McWilliams inside, applying the heavy pressure. on Joseph. She stands at 6'3". Center Grove undersized. Good job by McWilliams. Make that Frankel. She was able to jump in front of Joseph. And a whistle and a foul called against Joseph. That will be her second foul. 3 team fouls against Whiteland, 2 against Center Grove. And Gary, the Trojans, again, not a very big team. They've been undersized all season long, and it really didn't hurt them much until they got into conference play. Carmel and North Central, 2 of the teams very, very big.
Right.
And also Ben Davis. And what do we have? A whistle, a foul against Whiteland.
.33 seconds to go here, Kevin. I wonder if we'll hope for the last shot. We'll see.
Foul against Tony Joyner, her first, team's fourth. Yes, 33 seconds to play first quarter. Trojans may go for 1 shot. McWilliams on the baseline, throws across court to Emily Rake out on top. Frankel, she drives and shoots that floater in the lane, hit the back point. Warriors with the basketball, 15 seconds to play, opening quarter. And Eck knocks it out of bounds. Great hustle by Ashley Eck, diving for that loose ball, tried to save it. Gary, a very special group of seniors for Coach Stuckmeyer. Ashley Eck, along with the Rake sisters, and Elena Frankel. They've had quite a career trying to win their 3rd sectional here this year in their final year. The follow-up does not go for Joyner, and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter here in this sectional semifinal game between the Lady Trojans and the Lady Warriors. Center Grove in front of Whiteland, 12-6. Tonight's game being presented by the Center Grove Girls Basketball League. The 45th annual IHSAA Girls Basketball State Tournament is being presented by the Indiana Fever and the Indiana Pacers. Center Grove Girls Basketball being presented by the Center Grove Girls Basketball League, along with Chicago's Pizza, located in Franklin and Greenwood, and the Jenny Stoops Agency. We're ready for the second quarter. Center Grove leads Whiteland 12-6. Trojans with the basketball. Center Grove trying to get to that championship game tomorrow night to take on the Franklin Central Flashes. Franklin Central beating Greenwood in game 1 tonight, 54-45. Perimeter shot short. Eck there with the rebound, and she banks it in. She's got 4 points in the ball game.
Another rebound for her also. Amazing rebounder for her size.
She just has a knack to be in the right place to get those rebounds. I think she reads the shots well and where they're going to kick off. She's a volleyball player, so I think she times her jumps so well, because in volleyball, obviously, you got to be a great jumper. So she's just a phenomenal athlete. And Ashley Eck, and now a turnover by the Whiteland. So it's 14-6 Trojans. We're in the second quarter. Wilson high right side. Frankel now to Eck. She'll drive that left baseline off the glass. She scores again. 6 points for Eck. She's got 4 of them here in the second quarter. Great start for the senior. Left open for a 3. It's long by Prine. A battle for the rebound. Out of bounds. It'll be Whiteland ball. Freshman Emily Carr checks in for the Trojans. Claire Rake gets a breather. Ashley Eck, 6 points, leading the way for the Trojans. Elena Frankel has 5. Claire Rake, 3. Mary Wilson, a couple of free throws. Top scorer so far for Whiteland, Tony Joyner has 4 points. McCullers has a basket for 2. Center Grove in front, 16-6. They go right back Inside to Prine. She was tripped up. Foul against the Trojans. First foul against Emily Carr, number 3 against the Trojans. Joyner trying to back down Frankel. Perimeter shot long by McCullers. Great block out by the Trojans. That's one thing you got to do, Gary. When you are undersized, you've got to seal off your man, and that's what Center Grove does a great job. They block out, they seal off, and right there you see over the back call against Whiteland.
Frankel on a fantastic block out, and both Whiteland big ladies now, they're two big post players. They're both on the bench with 2 fouls. Good. Eck and Frankel are really controlling the boards.
Joseph and Joyner, each with 2 fouls on the bench for the Whiteland Warriors. Center Grove by 10 points, 6:30 to play until halftime. Emily Rake terminates the dribble, bounce pass Frankel. Wilson trying to post down low. They find Eck on the right side, cutting to the basket for an easy 2 points. She's got 8-6 here in the second quarter. She's got all 6 points for the Trojans here in this second quarter. Trojans in front, 18-6. Gracie Taylor, number 4 off the bench in there for the Warriors. Throws it out on top to Clendenin. Whistle, foul against the Trojans. Atlanta Frankel picks up her first. Carr will get a breather as we see McWilliams back in. 14 fouls against the Trojans. Back in for the Whiteland Warriors, Joyner. She's playing with 2 fouls, but for any chance for Whiteland to stay in this one, they need Joyner in there. Again, she's their second leading scorer, leading rebounder, leads them in assists, leads them in steals, blocks, about every category.
Right, and already caused another foul, so Coach Shipp realized that at 18-6, he can't let it get much more of a margin.
McWilliams picks up her first foul, so Whiteland and Center Grove now each with 5 team fouls. Joyner at the moment being checked by Ashley Eck. Shot on that layup on the left side is short by Clendenin. Pass underneath, Rake into the corner. Wilson wide open for 3, rimmed it. McWilliams offensive rebound. She'll throw it back out on top. Emily Rake fakes the 3. Now Eck tries the high arching 3, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Whiteland ball. Trojans, they like to attack. They like, you hear it all the time, go inside first, not there, then you bring it out for the wide open 3.
Good call, Kevin. I tell you what, we're not hitting a large percentage, but we're really moving the ball well, and this will bode well for us the rest of this game.
Whiteland still stuck on 6. They have not scored here in the second quarter. Center Grove has put up 6 points, all by Ashley Eck. High arching shot by McCullers. Wilson pull-up jump shot. Rebound, Emily Rake. Finds Claire Rake in the corner. Sets the feet, drills the 3. Claire Rake's got a couple of 3s in the ballgame. She's got 6 points. 21-6, Trojans starting to blow out the Whiteland Warriors here in the second quarter. 4:40 left to play in the first half.
Center Grove's doing a great job of keeping Whiteland on one side of the floor for a lot of their offense, not letting them swing it.
Making it difficult from going side to side. That ball reversal is so important. Center Grove's defense, a real staple of Coach Stuckmeyer's program. Lob pass inside, a little bit too high for Debbie Hill. She couldn't handle it. She's 6'1", but couldn't quite bring in the pass. Out of bounds, it'll be Trojan ball, and we'll see Lothamer back in for the Trojans. Rake and McWilliams will get a breather. Frankel back in as well. And now a foul on the perimeter against Whiteland. McCullers picks up her first foul.
Mary Wilson being very active on the offensive end the whole night.
She's got 2 free throws, still looking for that field goal. Lothamer Wilson off a screen, finds Eck out on top. Eck trying to throw it to the corner. About the time she threw it, Claire Rake was cutting to the baseline, and it goes out of bounds, so tough break. 21-6, CG leads Whiteland. Sectional semifinal game. Franklin Central beating Greenwood in game 1 tonight, 54-45. So the Flashes are in the championship game tomorrow night to play the winner between Center Grove and Whiteland. Foul against the Trojans.
Yeah, that's the first time Whiteland's got to the rim with a very, very clean look. That's our first major breakdown. I mean, unbelievable with it being into only 3:34 in the first half.
Foul against Atlanta Frankel. Free throw missed by McCullers. One more for McCullers. She shoots 69% from the free throw line. And she rimmed out the next one. Good job by Joseph. Kept it alive inside against 6'3". Good height inside. She kept it alive, and now another foul against CG.
Whiteland's showing a spurt the last minute and a half, but for them, unfortunately, no points on the board, but they've had some good possessions here.
Lothamer picks up her first foul. 17 fouls against the Trojans, one and a bonus. Shot is missed at the free throw line by the junior guard McCullers. However, Whiteland did get the offensive board. Now here come the Trojans. Pass, Lothamer, little jump hook in the lane, just a little long, hit the back point. 21-6 Trojans, 3 minutes to play. First half, Joyner pass deflected out of bounds by Claire Rake. Center Grove does a great job with deflections. They overplay the passing lanes, like you said, Gary, making it difficult to really with that ball reversal.
Excellent defense. Whiteland hasn't scored this quarter.
They have not. You are correct. At the end of the first quarter, it was 12-6. Center Grove's outscored them 9-zip here in the second quarter. Trojans on a 9-0 run. Wilson firing the three. Got it. 12-0 run for the Trojans. 24-6 Trojans. First field goal for Mary Wilson. She's got 5 points in the ball game. 2:40 to play until halftime. McCullers took it in a little too deep. Got in trouble. Eck, pull-up shot, high arching shot. She's off to the left side. Whiteland pushes back the other way. McCullers, high right side, being checked by Frankel. Behind a screen from Joyner. She's short on the three. Eck tries to chase down the long rebound, and we do have a jump ball between Eck and Clendenin. It'll be Whiteland ball. And now we do have a timeout. This will be a full timeout. 2:15 to play. We're in the second quarter. Center Grove 24, Whiteland 6. And Gary, you got to use some bench because the team that wins here tonight's got to bounce back and play tomorrow night. So for Coach Stuckmeyer, looks like he's gone about, I think, 2, maybe 3 deep tonight on that bench.
He's already put 8 kids in now and rotating them. And I noticed the starters he's doing a good job. Starters get about 2 minutes and they come back in, but he's rotating through the whole starting lineup. Great start for the Trojans. Couldn't ask for anything better.
Starts with defense. Coach Stuckmeyer, his program, very, very stingy when it comes to defense. They're stifling, and it can be also very frustrating trying to go against the Center Grove defense. And again, they're right now pitching a shutout.
Pitching a shutout in the second half. Have given up very little points in this sectionals, while Shelbyville didn't get many and Whiteland didn't have many right now.
Shelbyville scored 18 points in Tuesday's game against the Trojans. Whiteland right now with 6. Again, they have not scored here in the second quarter. Whiteland will throw it in. Joyner looking inside for Joseph. Goes to the corner, threw it a little bit hard, and Prine couldn't handle the pass. A catch and shoot for Wilson. She got the 3 again. 8 points for Wilson. She can get them in bunches, Gary, I tell you. Wilson.
just an unselfish team. A steal, an outlet, and then a pitch ahead and an easy three. Well done. Very well done.
27-6, CG with a commanding lead over Whiteland. 90 seconds remaining here in the first half. Lothamer back in there. Good defense on the baseline. Good block out by Lothamer. Missed shot by Prine, and Lothamer blocking out on that weak side on Joseph, who's 6'3". Carr also back in for the Trojans. Emily Rake to Claire Rake to Lothamer. Whiteland zone defense. Center Grove being very patient. And now a ball kicked out on top by the Whiteland defender, Gracie Taylor. Coach ready to put, Eck coming in, and also back in will be Frankel.
Starters back in. It'll be interesting to see this with the minute 3 if we hold it. Whiteland doing something different here. It is a wide zone, though.
Now they're going to trap at midcourt. Great job by Eck to come and help her out, bail her out a little bit. 50 seconds remaining here in this opening half. Center Grove may hold for one shot. We shall see. Center Grove in front, 27-6. Frankel between the circles. Pressure being applied by Marlin. Down to 30 seconds. Frankel. Some contact out on top by the Whiteland defenders. 15 seconds to play here in this opening half. Claire Rake goes right back to Frankel.
There's that Mary coming across her, maybe.
Trying to get Wilson in that corner. Ooh, a deflection. Last touch Wilson. It looked like Joyner got a piece of it, and then it deflected off Joyner and then hit Wilson out of bounds. So it'll be Whiteland ball with 4 seconds to play here in this opening half. So Whiteland has a chance for a final shot. Again, they have not scored here in this second quarter. 2 seconds. One, a runner at the buzzer does not go for Gracie Taylor, and the Trojans get a shutout here in this second quarter. Center Grove in that quarter. 15-0. Impressive defense by the Center Grove Trojans, and the Center Grove Trojans lead it here at halftime in this sectional semifinal game. 27-6 over the Whiteland Warriors. Center Grove trying to get to the sectional championship game tomorrow night. Franklin Central beat Greenwood, so the Flashes punch their ticket already to the sectional championship game tomorrow night. This is Lady Trojan basketball. We're at halftime. The Center Grove Trojans lead the Whiteland Warriors 27-6 in the sectional semifinal game. The winner will be headed to the sectional championship tomorrow night here at Center Grove at 7:30 to take on the Franklin Central Flashes. Franklin Central beating Greenwood 54-45 in the first game tonight. Very competitive matchup. Greenwood put up quite a fight against Franklin Central, so it will be the Flashes tomorrow night. Impressive opening half for the Center Grove Trojans. Scoring summary: Center Grove outscored Whiteland 12-6 in the first quarter. and then held the Warriors scoreless in the second quarter. Center Grove putting up 15 points, and again, the Warriors did not score in the second quarter. Tonight's game being presented by the Center Grove Girls Basketball League. The Center Grove Girls Basketball League mission is to teach, develop, organize, manage, and offer players the opportunity to learn the fundamental skills of basketball while instilling life lessons and values such as character, teamwork, discipline, respect, and sportsmanship. Go online at cggbl.com for more information. The Center Grove Girls Basketball League is proud to support Lady Trojans basketball. The 45th annual IHSAA Girls Basketball State Tournament being proudly presented by the Indiana Fever and the Indiana Pacers. Well, Coach Robinson, your assessment here of the first half. We knew Center Grove had the upper hand against Whiteland, but man, how great was Center Grove's defense here in the first half?
As good as I've seen it. They keep them on one side, they force them out, they cut off the baseline, and truthfully, Whiteland only had 2 or 3 good looks, and a 21-point lead at halftime looks pretty comfortable. Down below us, the Franklin Central team advances to the finals. I think they've seen an impressive first half by Center Grove.
Center Grove has had a great season all year long. You talk about signature wins, Coach. You look at 2 that come to mind. Obviously, the regular season finale to hand Lawrence North, the number 4 team in the state, the MIC champs. They were undefeated in the MIC, and Center Grove beat them 31-29, snapping, I think it was a 14-game losing streak against the Wildcats. And they did it with great defense, timely shots, but great defense. And that's a signature win. And you also got to look earlier in the season, Center Grove went to Hamilton Southeastern November 9th and beat Hamilton Southeastern, the state defending champs in 4A, on its home court, 41-36. It doesn't get much better than that.
No, that's Coach Stuckmeyer, now in his 3rd season, has built a very, very, very impressive program, and tonight's kind of a capitulation of what it looks like. Very tough defense and great ball movement. They really go inside out. We shoot threes, we shoot a lot of threes, but they're not like set threes. We're moving the ball all the time.
And they distribute the ball. They share the wealth. You look at the first half score with 8 points. Claire Rake hits a couple of threes. She's got 6. Elena Frankel got Center Grove really off to a great start in that first quarter. She hit a 3-pointer and a 2, so she had 5 in the first quarter. So again, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 different players scoring here in the first half for the Trojans. For the Whiteland Warriors, Tony Joyner, their top scorer, so say their second leading scorer on the season. She averages 11. She's got 4 all in the first quarter. Gracie McCullers is Whiteland's leading scorer. She averages 12. She had 2 in the first quarter. And McCullers missed on 3 free throws in the second quarter. And again, Whiteland did not score in that second quarter. So just an impressive effort by the Lady Trojans here in the first half. And again, for the Center Grove Trojans, all-time 13-0 against Whiteland in the sectional. Center Grove's won 8 straight against the Warriors, and they beat Whiteland earlier this year in the county tournament semifinals, 64-52 back in November.
If I could bring one more player up, it's the starter that hasn't scored, Emily Rick, but she does so many things. I've been watching it. She has brought into the role that Coach Stuckmeyer is doing, which is rebounding. She guards the post on defense, and then she sets pick after pick after pick for these other girls. And part of the key to success is everybody does their role, and they do it very, very well.
And you're right. Some might say, what Emily Rake does is maybe the dirty work, if you will. Nobody, gets the headlines when you set picks and get rebounds and play the great defense. It's always who's the top rebounder, who's the top scorers, but you need players like that, Gary, and those are the unsung heroes. That's why a team is a great team when you got players like that playing, and just being a great role player and a great team player, and Coach Stuckmeyer's got a few players off the bench that have that very similar role. Maybe that's your role this year. Then you graduate 4 seniors, and then next year you get to be that one that be the leading scorer, the second leading scorer. So again, sometimes you just got to wait your turn.
Right.
So here are the Trojans back here on the court. Tonight is a red out. See a lot of red in the far side of the court here tonight for the Lady Trojans. Franklin Central in the first game also with a very impressive turnout as well. So as long as Center Grove hangs on and wins this game here against Whiteland, I got a feeling tomorrow night we should have a pretty good crowd if it's Center Grove Franklin Central. And what's interesting tomorrow, it'll be a doubleheader because you got Center Grove playing the Franklin Central boys tomorrow, noon for the JV game, 12 noon, and then 1:30 the varsity game. And then potentially it's going to be Center Grove and Franklin Central girls playing for the sectional title tomorrow night at 7:30. And Gary, you're part of the varsity coaching staff on the boys side of things. I felt like last night very competitive against Warren Central. Obviously the MIC about as good as we've ever seen it on the boys side, and I just feel like we're seeing progress with the varsity boys team.
Saw a lot of progress last night against Warren. Very pleased, and people, like we were talking about with the girls team, people starting to recognize their roles and doing the things right that will help the team win. And then tomorrow, a really good Franklin Central team led by a talented freshman, and they have a very good record. I saw them against Fishers, and they're a very good team. Should be two good games tomorrow in this gymnasium.
I would think so. So we'll be here with the webcast of both games tomorrow. Again, the boys team will host Franklin Central at 1:30. And as long as the Lady Trojans keep doing what they're doing, they're going to be playing tomorrow night for a sectional championship against Franklin Central at 7:30. So we'll have the live webcast of those games tomorrow. And obviously we want everybody to come here to the Vandy and see some great basketball tomorrow. Trojans are done with their warm-ups. They come here to the sideline. Final instructions from head coach Kevin Stuckmeyer. Whiteland continues to warm up. We're about a minute away before we get started here in the third quarter. Tonight's game also being presented in part by the Center Grove Magazine. Center Grove Magazine is proud to support Lady Trojan basketball. Center Grove Magazine, your hyper-local community magazine highlighting people, places, things, and events happening right here in Center Grove. Center Grove Magazine for the community, about the community, to serve the community. And Gary, we want to give a big congratulations to Debbie Burton. I believe she's being inducted into the Tennis Hall of Fame, the High School Tennis Hall of Fame here in the state of Indiana. I think it's tonight.
Yes, Center Grove is very blessed to have two great coaches, Debbie Burton, Tennis Hall of Fame tonight, and then not too far in the future is boys and girls golf coach girls golf coach Kayla Hoover was inducted into the Wrestling Hall of Fame.
I believe that's coming up later this month.
Right.
So, yeah.
Center Grove is very blessed to have great coaches.
That concludes our halftime show. Center Grove with the basketball. Inside, Wilson can't quite get it to go. Whiteland will push with Marlin. 27-6, Center Grove in front in this sectional semifinal game. Inside, Joseph. One dribble out on top. Long three off the mark by Marlin. Kicks out long. McCullers with the rebound. They'll reset the offense. Whiteland, skip pass. Clendenin with the left-handed dribble. Once again, back out on top, Marlin. Great defense by the Trojans. They're trying to be patient. They're trying to get something inside. Again, Joseph with good size inside at 6'3", and obviously Joyner at 5'10", and Center Grove doing a good job not allowing that entry pass to be made. And now we see a foul against Frankel. That'll be her second. Actually, Ashley Eck, excuse me. Number 2 on Eck. Free throw is good. First point for Whiteland since the end of the first quarter. Next one also good. So a couple of free throws by McCullers. She's got 4 points in the ballgame. 27-8. All Center Grove. Claire Rake wide open for a three. Frankel tried to save it. Hits the baseline out of bounds. McCuller sets the offense. Marlin pulls it out with the dribble. Joyner, deep left corner. Joseph trying to post. skip pass all the way to the corner. 3 is short by McCullers. Whiteland really trying to spread the floor here on offense. Emily Rake kicks it back around the perimeter. Skip pass finds Frankel. Claire Rake fakes the 3. Back to Frankel. Center Grove being very selective. Now Wilson, she's open for the 3, and she hits her 3rd one of the night. 11 points for Wilson. Great patience, Gary, by the Trojans to get the high percentage shot.
Great find by Frankel. Really moving the ball well, and truthfully haven't had a great shooting night, but boy, we're very efficient on the passing.
And for Wilson, she now has 52 three-pointers on the season. She's got the 2nd most made behind Claire Rake's 71 threes on the season. Rake almost got her 3rd one there. She's got 2 already in tonight's ball game. Center Grove in front, 30-8, and Claire Rake with the steal. She's being pursued by Marlin, and she will roll off the layup. Great job by Frankel to follow up the missed layup. She got the rebound, and she is fouled.
I will tell you, that's the best example of why Center Grove's so good. When Rake missed the free throw, the next 3 players were Center Grove kids, and boy, they just hustle. They hustle every play.
2nd foul on McCullers. 5:10 to go, 3rd quarter. Center Grove 30, Whiteland 8. Each team with a foul here in the 3rd quarter. Once again, Center Grove spreading the floor, being very patient. Wilson off the hardwood a few times with the dribble. Frankel's going to drive. She goes down the lane, splits 2 defenders, missed it. However, the ball, some way or another, comes right back to her. Rake's going to try a 3. That's Emily Rake, and she says, well, Claire, if you're going to bank in a 3, I will too. How about that? Claire banked one in the first half, and now Emily matches her with a banked 3 out on top. 33-8. Trojans commanding lead. Joseph with the left hand banks it in. That's her first basket. First field goal for Whiteland since the 1st quarter. 33-10, all Trojans here in tonight's sectional semifinal game. Frankel. Emily Rake holds it. Center Grove continues to run the baseline. You got Wilson and Eck running that baseline. Frankel trying to throw it back out on top. Nearly had it taken away by Joseph. Wilson fires another 3. Fight for the rebound. Frankel pulls it down. Frankel trying to clear out. Getting bumped by Joyner. She finally finds Emily Rake, and now the Trojans will reset with 3:15 to go in the 3rd. I love the way they battle inside. Frankel, again, not very tall at 5'7", but she found a way to get the offensive rebound.
Frankel back-to-back offensive rebounds and then moves out to the point guard. What a versatile team. Very, very nice, strong team.
3 minutes to play in the 3rd. 33-10 Trojans. Frankel on the wing, inside, wide open, Emily Rake. Cutting to the basket, she's got 5 points, all here in the 3rd quarter. 35-10 Trojans. 2:40 to play in the 3rd. Nearly had it taken away. Marlin gets it back. Frankel nearly got the steal. Joseph looks under, Joyner wide open. She's fouled by Eck. Great job by Joseph to make that extra pass to find Joyner wide open. Joyner 6 points in the ball game, at the line for an old-fashioned 3-point play opportunity. Lothamer in for the Trojans, along with freshman Ella Hobson checking in for the first time tonight. We'll see Wilson and Claire Rake both take a break. And Joyner down and out on the free throw. Emily Rake with the rebound. Center Grove in front, 35-12. 2:20 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Gary, Franklin Central team, coaches, fans, they stayed until halftime, and they've vacated now the Vandy. They're headed back to FC to rest and get ready for the championship game tomorrow night. I think, like you said, I think they saw enough there in that first half of Center Grove.
If the score continues, it'll be very interesting because Franklin Central and Center Grove played back all the way in the first game of the year, so both teams will change. But Center Grove playing brilliantly with a 35-12 lead, and just not moving the ball. Hey, just got another layup.
Foul.
Good passing.
Very good pass. Foul called against Joyner. That'll be her third. Frankel at the line to shoot a couple of free throws, and you're right. Franklin Central and Center Grove played in the season opener here at Center Grove back on November the 5th. Center Grove beat Franklin Central 44-36, and you're right. You change a lot throughout the season, and Frankel, good arch, hits the free throw. She's got 6 points in the ball game.
That game was only a 1-point game at the end of the third quarter, and really was tied with 5 minutes to go. So it could be a close one tomorrow.
Rachel Luby, the great player for Franklin Central. She was in double digits tonight against Greenwood, played really, really well. She may be an Indiana All-Star this year for the Franklin Central Flashes.
If she's a very good player. One thing that's interesting, Franklin Central got pushed tonight, and on Tuesday night, Franklin Central had to win in overtime. So they've had 2 close games so far.
Frankel on those 2 free throws makes it now 37-12 Trojans. 1:20 to play in the third, and Joyner had the ball taken away. Claire Rake came from behind and took it away. One-handed pass inside Lothamer over Joseph, missed it. Kicks out long to Abigail Prine. 1 minute remaining here in the third. Center Grove 37, Whiteland 12. Frankel almost comes up with the steal. She leads Center Grove in steals. She averages about 2.5 per game, and shot is good there by the Whiteland Warriors. Gary, who got that one? Did you see which number got that one?
Yeah, number 21.
21. That's Abigail Prine. That's her first basket. 37-14 Trojans. Final 40 seconds here in this third quarter. Trojans may go for one shot. Hobson, freshman sharpshooter. Boy, she has some impressive numbers. She's 9 out of 16 on threes, 56%. Down to 20 seconds. Trojans going for the final shot here in this third quarter. Claire Rake holds it, now puts it on the hardwood. Behind the back dribble, between the legs dribble. Frankel, right back to Rake. One dribble, pull-up shot, missed it. Fight for the rebound, and that will bring us to the end of the third quarter here in this sectional semifinal game at the Vandy. Center Grove cruising over Whiteland, leading 37-14. It appears Center Grove headed to the sectional championship game tomorrow night against Franklin Central. By the fourth quarter coming up next. Tonight's game being presented by the Center Grove Girls Basketball League, by Chicago's Pizza, located in Franklin and Greenwood, and by the Jenny Stoops Agency. We're ready for the fourth quarter here at the Vandy. Center Grove with a commanding lead over Whiteland, 37-14. Center Grove in that third quarter outscored the Warriors 10-8. Whiteland with the basketball to begin things here in the fourth quarter. Kevin Conrad, Gary Robinson with you tonight. And McWilliams gets the steal. Outlet pass, Claire Rake. And Claire took one too many steps. They're going to call her for steps. Scoring summary in tonight's ball game. Center Grove outscored Whiteland 12-6 in the opening quarter, outscored them 15-0 in the second quarter, and outscored Whiteland 10-8 in the third. Joyner inside, trying to get some space, try to bank it in, left it short. Lothamer. Hobson. Center Grove playing with three subs and 2 starters. Coach Stuckmeyer tonight has used quite a few players, knowing that Center Grove's got to bounce back tomorrow night to take on a good Franklin Central team at 7:30. And how about that? Claire Rake hits another 3. She's got 3 big wins tonight for 9 points. Gary, it's great to see Claire kind of get back on track. She's always been a great shooter, but here late in the season, I thought she just got off her shot just a little bit, but it seems like she's really found it.
That shot right there was as smooth as it gets. Great pass from the freshman, but Claire's really dialed in with 3 threes already.
She's got 72 threes this season. That leads the way for the Trojans. 40-14 Trojans. High arching 3 by the Warriors. Short on that shot by Marlin. A tie-up. It will be Trojan ball. Again, Center Grove, not a very big team, but again, they block out and they rarely allow a team a second opportunity. They don't give up too many offensive rebounds. Hobson will go to the bench as we see Carr in for her. Frankel throws it to the corner. Claire Rake, pull-up jump shot, good. She's got it going. She's got 11 points. She and Wilson each with 11 tonight.
Balance. Frankel with a great pass. This very impressive night for the Trojans. Very impressive.
42-14 Trojans. Rake earlier in the season hit 8 3-pointers in one game, tying the school record and the MIC record. Missed shot by the Warriors. Center Grove held Shelbyville to 18 points this past Tuesday in the first round of the sectional. So far, they've got Whiteland at 14 with 5.5 minutes left to play in tonight's ball game. McWilliams, bounce pass, Frankel. In the high post, McWilliams, I should say, to Carr. Inside Lothamer. What a great cut by Lothamer. Great recognition by Claire Rake. First basket for Lothamer. 44-14 Trojans. On the end line, she's out of bounds. Kylie Marlin, sophomore guard, ran out of real estate, steps out of bounds. Wilson back in for the Trojans. Hobson also back in for CG. So the Trojans add the 1 starter, Wilson, still in there along with 4 subs. And now Carr double teamed in the backcourt. She's fouled.
I think Coach, well, no, here comes another senior back, but for a brief moment we had a kind of a sneak peek of next year's team.
You're right, with Wilson being out there, the lone junior with McWilliams. She's also a junior. So we see now Eck in the ball game, and she is knocked to the floor. Great sportsmanship, being helped up by Whiteland's Kylie Marlin. So Gary, tomorrow it'll be the Center Grove Franklin Central doubleheader.
Yep, it will be, and boy, this girls' game, I feel good about us the way we're playing. Nice play there. But Franklin Central does have some offensive weapons, so we'll have to see.
Center Grove, like you said before, they share the wealth. They really do share the wealth, and You look at tonight's scoring, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different players so far scoring tonight for the Trojans. Center Grove in front, 46-14, 4:15 to go in the ball game. A turnover by the Warriors, picked up by McWilliams. Ashley Eck, great first half by Eck. She had 2 in the first quarter and added 6 more in that second quarter. She scored the first 6 points for the Trojans in that second quarter. She's got 8 in the ball game. McWilliams, nice bounce pass to Wilson, and she missed on the shot. Looked like Wilson might have been hit in the face on that shot. Sometimes the officials, they look at the scoreboard, they sometimes just want to continue to play on, but it appeared like she might have been hit in the face, but no call. Hear the applause for some of the Whiteland players and also the Center Grove players. So mainly, I think most of your starters are starting to go to the bench at this point. McCuller's back in there. She's a starting guard for Whiteland. Unsworth, new player in there for Whiteland. Bounce pass going inside, being tipped around. Whiteland maintains possession. Now there's a loose ball. Carr gets on the floor. She gets the loose ball, and she is tied up. It'll be Whiteland ball. And to your point, Gary, we're starting to see maybe what you said before, Center Grove's team for next year, and now you see Wilson leave the ball game. So, but again, these are a lot of your underclassmen now in there playing for Center Grove.
Great valuable experience, seriously.
We see Lindsey Walker, freshman number 22, in for the Trojans. And you're right, this is great experience for these young ladies to get this opportunity to play in a sectional game. In the corner, McCullers short on the 3. Goes to the other corner, chased down by the Warriors. That was Baker, and Baker throws it out on top. It goes in the backcourt, so it is over and back. Center Grove will have it here on the sideline. So Center Grove, Franklin Central tomorrow night, 2 very strong Southside programs. On paper, Center Grove, the top seeded team in this sectional. Franklin Central, number 2 seed. Just happened with the blind draw that Franklin Central was on top of the bracket. Center Grove at the bottom of the bracket. I know some say they'd like to see the state tournament to be seeded, or at least the sectional round, but the IHSA likes the blind draw, and just happened to work out this year that one was on the top part of the bracket and the other on the bottom part. So now you're going to have the 2 best teams in this sectional playing in the championship tomorrow night. And we do see a foul inside called against Baker, her first.
We have all underclassmen in the game, and I am so impressed with Center Grove's program. They are moving the ball, picking, rolling, triple threat as much as the starters are.
Wow, what a move by McWilliams, the junior, with the right hand, banks it in. Her first basket, 48-14, 2:15 to play. Corner 3 is long by Clendenin. Hobson throws it ahead to Carr. Freshman guard. Dribbles out on top, finds another freshman, Lindsey Walker. Carr goes baseline, finds Walker in the corner. She's going to drive. She throws it to Hobson. She's going to fire the 3. It's long. She doesn't miss too many. Again, 56% behind the 3-point line. Another sharpshooter for the Trojans, only a freshman. That one is short on the 3 by Unsworth. 90 seconds left in this one, so come back tomorrow. Again, Center Grove boys will host Franklin Central at 1:30, and the Franklin Central Flashes will be here tomorrow night at 7:30 to take on the Lady Trojans in the sectional championship game. So a great day of basketball tomorrow here at the Vandy. We'll stream both games, but obviously we'd love to see a big crowd on hand for both games tomorrow. And now Kaylee Cart Jr. checks in. And also checking in is freshman Kaho Takeda, number 12. So I believe everybody on Center Grove's roster has had the opportunity to play in tonight's ball game. Walker with 1 minute to play. Center Grove rotating the ball around the perimeter. Not really looking to score unless they get an easy shot inside. They're just working on the four corners and taking time off the clock, and that one is taken away. Gracie Taylor across midcourt with 40 seconds to play in this one. With this victory, Center Grove will have won 9 straight against Whiteland. They will go to 14-0 against Whiteland in the sectional. Trojans will be 20-5 overall on the season. Foul against CG. Ella Hobson picks up her first. Couple of free throws here for Alyssa Prine. So, Gary, the Trojans held Shelbyville to 18 at the moment. Whiteland on 14. Again, just got to tip your hat to Coach Stuckmeyer and the Lady Trojans on the great defensive effort tonight.
I think this may be his best defensive team of his 3 years here, and all 3 years have been very good, but I am extremely impressed with their defense tonight. How hard they work, how hard they slide their feet, everything.
Walker driving and scoring. Big moment for that freshman, Lindsey Walker. Scores the basket here in this sectional semifinal game. A long three is short by Unsworth, and that will be your final score, 50-14. Lady Trojans advance to the sectional championship tomorrow night to take on the Franklin Central Flashes at 7:30. Just an impressive effort tonight by the Lady Trojans. Gary and I will be back on the postgame show to wrap this one up. Lady Trojans going for sectional title number 22 tomorrow night when they host Franklin Central at 7:30. This is Center Grove Trojan basketball. Here at the Vandy one final time tonight. Center Grove 50-14 over Whiteland. Trojans advancing to the sectional championship tomorrow night to take on the Franklin Central Flashes at 7:30 here at the Vandy. Scoring summary tonight, Center Grove led 12-6 after the first quarter. Outscored Whiteland 15-0 in the second quarter. Really blew it wide open in that second quarter. Led 27-6 at halftime. Outscored the Warriors 10-8 in quarter number 3, led 37-14, and here in the final quarter, Center Grove outscored the Warriors 13-6 to win it tonight by a score of 50-14. And Gary, it's always great to have that opportunity to play a lot of players, and Coach Stuckmeyer was able to play a lot of players tonight, especially down the stretch. You mentioned it, we talked about it, getting the underclassmen in there. Great experience for the underclassmen to get this opportunity to play in a sectional game.
Great opportunity for the young kids, but man, do we look efficient tonight. We look as efficient as I've ever seen us going into tourney play and everything. To hold teams to 18 and what we held Whiteland Knight 14, if we keep this up, we're going to be a tough out. We'll be a very tough out in this tournament.
Center Grove tonight really spreading the wealth around on offense. 8 different players scoring tonight. Leading the way, we have Claire Rake with 11 points and Mary Wilson also with 11 points. How about Ashley Eck? Great second quarter. She scored 6 points in that second quarter. She had 8 points tonight for the Trojans. Had Emily Rake with a big third quarter, a 3-pointer and a 2-pointer. She had 5 points in the ball game. Elena Frankel got things started for the Trojans in the first quarter, hit a 3-pointer and a 2, and she got 2 more free throws in the third quarter. She had 7 points in tonight's ball game. Emily McWilliams here in the fourth quarter got a nice basket in the lane for 2 points. And Lindsey Walker, what a big highlight for Lindsey, a freshman playing here late in the ball game. She drives and scores what I believe is her first varsity 2 points, and she did it right here in a sectional game. And how about Lothamer off the bench? Had a couple of baskets in the fourth quarter for 4 points. So again, Center Grove with 8 different players scoring in tonight's victory. For the Whiteland Warriors, I had Tony Joyner with 6 points. Also, we had Wilney Joseph with a basket, 2 points. Abigail Prine had a basket for 2, and Gracie McCullers with a basket and 2 points. So again, the Trojans now get ready for the Franklin Central Flashes. Again, they played back November the 5th in the season opener right here at the Vandy. Center Grove won that night by 8 points, 44-36. Again, they're led by Rachel Luby, an Indiana All-Star candidate. She's very special talent. So the Trojans, again, will need to bring their A defense tomorrow night against a very good Franklin Central team. And they're well coached by former Trojan and Coach Serbone. He does a great job with that program. He was at Martinsville for many, many years, and now at Franklin Central. He's really doing some great things there for the Flashes.
Yeah, Coach Serbone, Center Grove graduate, coming back home, has had a lot of years in girls basketball, been on the all-star coaching staff, and his #1 assistant is his sister-in-law, Nikki Serbone, who is one of the top Trojan players in the history of the program. So it's a homecoming, but again, Franklin Central have more firepower, but I am very impressed with Center Grove's defense and look forward to tomorrow night.
Well, Gary, I appreciate your help tomorrow night. Look forward to working with you tomorrow night for the championship game. I want to wish you and the boys team all the best tomorrow. I know the Flashes are coming tomorrow. You'll play them at noon in the JV game, varsity at 1:30, and they're a potential sectional opponent for the boys. So I know it's going to be a great matchup for your team tomorrow.
It's going to be 2 great varsity ball games here tomorrow night, and hope the Center Grove people come out.
All right. Thanks, Coach, and we'll see you tomorrow. Tonight's game was produced by CG Sports Network. Once again, Center Grove winning tonight over Whiteland, 50-14, the final. Center Grove now 20-5 on the season. Whiteland falls to 11-14. The Lady Trojans again host Franklin Central tomorrow night in the sectional championship here at the Vandy at 7:30. Come back, we'll be here live with the live stream. Our next webcast will be tomorrow afternoon when the Center Grove boys basketball team hosts Franklin Central at 1:30. Until then, this is Kevin Conrad for Coach Gary Robinson saying good night, everyone, from the Vandy Gym at Center Grove High School.